What if the real reason you're not where you want to be has nothing to do with luck and everything to do with what you've been taught to believe? They told you success was a matter of being in the right place at the right time, that some people are just born with it, that others get lucky breaks while the rest are left behind. But deep down, that story never felt complete, because if success was just luck, why are the hardest workers often the ones who rise? Why do the ones who never stop, despite failure, rejection, and silence, end up winning? The truth is, we've been sold a lie that keeps people waiting instead of building, watching instead of doing, comparing instead of creating. And while you're hoping for that one moment of fortune to arrive, someone else out there is waking up earlier, staying up later, grinding through the silence, pushing past the boredom, and refusing to stop. Not because they're lucky, but because they're patient, because they work like they're already successful and wait like they know it's coming. This isn't about being naturally gifted. It's about being brutally consistent. It's about showing up when nobody's watching, putting in effort when there's no applause, pushing forward when there's no finish line in sight. Because success doesn't knock. It doesn't fall from the sky. It's built day by day, hour by hour, choice by choice. Maybe you've been holding back, telling yourself you're waiting for a sign, for the right time, for something to happen that finally proves you're ready. But what if the sign is already in front of you? What if the moment to act isn't later, it's now? The real enemy isn't the lack of opportunity. It's the illusion that you need more before you begin, more money, more support, more motivation. But you don't. You need grit. You need hunger. You need the courage to take the first step and the strength to keep taking it when it gets hard. Success doesn't ask if you're lucky. It asks if you're serious, if you're willing to move without guarantees, to trust the process when progress is invisible, to plant seeds and water them every single day, knowing they won't bloom overnight. So why stay? Why keep listening? Because the truth you've been waiting for is this: your life can change. Radically, dramatically, permanently. But only if you stop chasing luck and start mastering the game. A game built on patience, on effort, on unwavering belief in the power of showing up. If you're tired of feeling stuck, of watching others pass you by, of waiting for your turn, then this is your moment. Not because it's lucky, but because you're ready to stop watching and start building. Stay with this message, because what's coming next will give you the tools, the mindset, and the fire to stop wishing and finally start winning. Success isn't just about how hard you work. It's about how long you're willing to work without seeing a result. That's the part nobody talks about. The invisible stretch where you give your best and nothing seems to move, where your effort echoes into silence and your dreams still feel miles away. That's the place most people break, not because they didn't want it enough, but because they didn't understand the price, the real price. Patience, the ones who make it don't have superpowers. They just stay longer in the dark. They outlast the doubt, the delay, the disappointment, because they know that growth doesn't come when it feels good. It comes when it hurts, when you're doing everything right and nothing's changing. That's when your character is forged. That's when your future is being shaped in the shadows. Patience is more than waiting. It's how you wait. It's the mindset you bring to the process. Do you wait with resentment or with purpose? Do you curse the time it's taking? Or do you use that time to sharpen your edge, build your skill, toughen your mind? The people who rise aren't faster. They're calmer. They don't panic when results are slow. They keep showing up again and again because they know something powerful effort compounds, quietly, invisibly, and then all at once. Every day you wake up and do the work, even when it feels useless, you are making progress. Progress you can't always measure, but it's there, in your discipline, in your resilience, in the way you show up despite frustration. That's what separates the chasers from the builders. Chasers move when it's exciting. Builders move when it's quiet, because they're not addicted to progress. They're committed to the process. If you only move when there's a reward, you will never finish anything worth building, because all great things live on the other side of silence, the silence of no recognition or no validation, just the steady sound of your own footsteps walking forward when everything inside you wants to quit. This is where most give up. They think the delay means failure. They think the wait means it's not working. But time is not your enemy. It's your filter. It separates the ones who say they want it from the ones who prove it. And the way you prove it is simple. You don't stop. Don't wish it was easier. Build the patience to handle hard better. Don't wait for motivation. Build the muscle of daily movement. Don't expect applause. Find peace in anonymity. Because one day, the effort you gave in silence will echo so loudly that the world can't ignore you. Keep going. You're not behind. You're being built. And the ones who are built in patience are the ones who last. You don't need to be extraordinary to win. You need to be relentless. The ones who rise are not always the most talented, but they are the ones who refuse to back down. They work when they're tired. They build when they're broken. They stay when others walk away. Because they understand something most people ignore. Greatness isn't born in moments of glory. It's built in moments of resistance. Hard work is not a strategy. It's a standard. It's what you choose when there's no shortcut, no support, no one clapping for you. It's what you lean on when your mind wants comfort, but your soul demands more. This is the grind no one sees, the hours stacked in silence, the sacrifices that never make headlines, the inner war between what's easy and what's right. You can't cheat this process. You can't fake effort. The truth always shows. So if you're trying to take the fast lane, understand this. There are no elevators to success, only stairs. And you climb them one by one. Some days you'll sprint, some days you'll crawl. But what matters is that you don't stop moving. Every drop of sweat matters. Every repetition, every rejection, every painful lesson is preparing you. You may not see the results yet, but that doesn't mean they aren't forming. Growth is invisible until it's undeniable. Most people quit because they confuse slow progress with failure. But slow is still forward, and forward is still progress. The world rewards those who outlast the struggle. It doesn't owe you anything, but it does respond to your consistency. If you want the life you dream of, you have to earn it. Not once, not twice, but every single day. You can't just want it when it feels good. You have to want it enough to keep going when it feels pointless. Don't expect motivation to carry you. It won't. Motivation is a spark. What you need is a fire, and fire is built through discipline. Through waking up and doing what needs to be done, not because you feel like it, but because you said you would. That promise you made to yourself, that vision you carry in your mind, must mean more than your excuses. Your future is built in private. It's shaped in the quiet decisions you make when no one's looking, the way you handle frustration, the way you deal with boredom, the way you train your focus when everything around you is screaming for distraction. That's the battlefield. And if you win there, you'll win anywhere. You don't need perfect conditions. You need unstoppable habits. You don't need permission. You need commitment. Decide today that your dreams are worth the struggle, then act like it, think like it, move like it. Because the only thing standing between where you are and where you want to be is the work you're still willing to do. The greatest battles are the ones no one sees, the ones inside your head, the fight between persistence and doubt, between discipline and distraction, between the voice that says keep going and the one that whispers what's the point. That's the arena where success is truly earned, not in the spotlight, but in solitude. Not in moments of praise, but in moments of pressure. Your ability to win depends on how well you can manage yourself when no one's watching. Every excuse sounds valid when you're tired. Every reason to quit feels justified when you're overwhelmed. But in those moments, you must remember why you started. You didn't come this far to almost make it. You didn't endure all that pain just to settle for average. You have more inside you, more grit, more power, more resilience. And you unlock it not by waiting, but by rising, over and over again. The people who change their lives are not fearless. They're not immune to doubt. They just don't let fear make their decisions. They feel it and still act. They doubt themselves but still show up. They're not superhuman. They're just unwilling to settle because they know the pain of discipline is nothing compared to the pain of regret. And regret is the one burden you cannot escape. It follows you. It weighs on you. And it grows louder every time you choose comfort over calling. You have a vision, a life you know you're meant to build, a standard you're meant to rise to. But you can't touch that life with weak habits. You can't step into that version of you with a mindset that shrinks under pressure. You need to become the person who deserves that outcome. Not once, not in bursts, but through repetition, through effort, through daily choices that align with the future you want, not the emotions you feel. Discipline will build what motivation can't sustain. Focus will protect what talent can't guarantee. And hunger will carry you when confidence fades. It's not about being the best right now. It's about becoming better every single day. That's the mindset that rewrites your story. That's how you build a life that commands respect, not just from others, but from yourself. The world won't always believe in you, but that doesn't matter. Your job isn't to convince others. Your job is to stay committed, to walk the path even when it's lonely, to work the plan even when it's slow, because the process is always working, even when the progress is quiet. Trust it. Trust yourself. Don't let temporary emotions destroy permanent potential. You've made it through storms before. You've overcome what once felt impossible, and you're still standing. That means there's more in you, more strength, more greatness, more fight. Dig deeper, stand taller, move with purpose, because the only way to lose is to stop. And you didn't come this far just to stop now. You are not here to blend in. You are not here to repeat the same cycle of doubt, delay, and distraction. You are here to rise, to rebuild, to become. And that version of you doesn't arrive by accident. It's carved through resistance, forged in repetition, built through the quiet decisions no one else sees. There is a power in you waiting to be activated, but it only wakes up when comfort is rejected and discipline is chosen. This life will not hand you what you deserve. It will hand you what you demand through action, through commitment, through self-respect so fierce that quitting becomes unacceptable. You were not born to play small. You were born to rise through challenge. You were born to create impact. But you cannot do that while sitting in fear, waiting for the world to validate your worth. Your value was never up for negotiation. It's proven through your daily effort. Every time you keep your promise to yourself, you're not just building results, you're building identity. You're telling your mind, I am dependable, I do hard things, I show up even when it's hard. That's where true confidence is born, not from praise, but from personal proof. Confidence isn't built by thinking better thoughts. It's built by stacking undeniable evidence that you don't quit on yourself. There will be noise. Doubt will show up dressed as logic. Fear will try to disguise itself as safety. The world will offer comfort in exchange for your potential. But you must remember that ease is expensive. It costs you time. It costs you growth. It costs you your own greatness. Don't trade your purpose for temporary peace. Don't let the feeling of today steal the future you're capable of creating. You are not waiting on a miracle. You are sitting on the solution. It's you, your habits, your thoughts, your discipline, your energy. That's the key. And you control it. Every single day, you get to decide what kind of person you become. The one who waits or the one who works. The one who watches or the one who wins. You don't have to know how it will all work out. You just have to trust that it will. If you do, if you keep showing up, if you keep learning, adjusting, improving. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is bridged by consistency, by movement, by momentum you create through action. Let the world sleep on you. Let the doubters whisper. Let time pass. Just don't stop. Don't fade. Don't fold. You're not chasing a dream. You're becoming the kind of person who can carry it. That's the real mission. That's the real reward. Stay focused. Stay fierce. Stay patient. Because success doesn't come to the lucky. It comes to the relentless. And you were built for this. The difference between who you are and who you want to be is found in what you do when it no longer feels easy. When motivation fades, when progress stalls, when the silence grows heavy, that's when the real work begins. Because it's not about how loud you start, it's about how long you're willing to keep going without applause. That's where transformation lives, in the grind, in the discipline. In the hours you push forward when no one is watching and nothing is guaranteed. This world doesn't reward those who dabble. It rewards those who decide, who commit, who burn the bridge behind them and refuse to retreat. You don't need more inspiration. You need decision. You need a line drawn in your mind that says, no matter what comes, I will not quit. I will not let my emotions control my discipline. I will not let doubt speak louder than my desire. Your current results are not a reflection of your potential. They are a reflection of your patterns, and patterns are choices repeated. If you want more, you must demand more from yourself. You must break the habits that keep you average and install the ones that make you unshakable. That kind of change doesn't come through comfort. It comes through sacrifice, through effort that no one claps for, through battles that no one sees. You can't drift your way into a powerful life. You must choose it daily. You must rise with a mission and move with precision. Every action must be a declaration. I am not staying where I am. I am not becoming a prisoner to my past. I am not giving my future away to excuses. This is my time, and I will earn every inch of it. The road is long. The results are slow. But you are not slow. You are growing. You are learning. You are becoming. And if you keep moving, if you keep showing up when everything in you wants to stop, you will become undeniable. The world cannot ignore someone who refuses to be broken. Your pain has purpose. Your delay has design. Every moment you endure is preparing you, not just to succeed, but to sustain that success, to carry it with integrity, to rise without losing your soul, because you didn't get here by chance. You got here by choosing pressure over comfort, purpose over convenience, and growth over ease. The future you want is waiting, but it's not coming to the version of you that stays the same. It's coming to the version of you that chooses effort over excuses, that sacrifices pleasure for purpose, that locks in so deeply that failure forgets your name. So keep going, keep climbing, keep building the discipline to withstand anything. You are not chasing a dream. You are becoming the weapon that makes it real. And when you do, no force on earth will be able to stop what's coming.